Welcome back friends in one more video on test of hypothesis, and in this video we will try to understand when we should calculate Z value and when we should calculate T value. But before that we should understand what is the directional hypothesis and non-directional hypothesis. In the directional hypothesis, the null hypothesis is rejected if the test score is too large for right-tailed and too small for left-tailed. Thus, the rejection region for such a test consists of one part, which is right from the center or left from the center. For examples, females will score significantly higher than male on a IQ test. On the other hand, in a non-directional hypothesis test, the null hypothesis is rejected if the test score is either too small or too large. Thus, the rejection region for such a test consists of two parts, one on the left and one on the right side from the center. For example, females will score significantly different than the male on an IQ test. Now, as we knew that Z score and T score both measures the difference of mean. Z test is a statistical way of testing a hypothesis when either we know the population variance or we do not know the population variance, but our sample size is large enough, that is more than 30. If we have a sample size of less than 30 and do not know the population variance, then we must use a t-test. So let's try to understand the concept of Z value and T value through this example. Let's assume this is a normal distribution of a population and here it is the population mean. If the sample mean is x bar, so we will try to find out the difference of these mean, and if the difference of these mean will divided by the standard deviation of the sampling distribution, we will find out how many standard deviation is far away our mean from the population mean. But in most of the cases, we don't know the standard deviation of sampling distribution, which can be easily calculated by with this formula. If we divide standard deviation of the population with the square root of sample size, we can find out the standard deviation of the sampling distribution. Therefore, now we can rewrite it x bar minus mu divided by sigma over square root of n, and this value is known as Z value. But in most of the cases we don't know the population standard deviation either. However, as the central limit theorem says that if our sample size is large enough, so the sample standard deviation will be equal to the population standard deviation, and the difference between the standard deviation of population and standard deviation of sample is negligible. Therefore, for a large sample size, we can say Z value almost equal to the difference of sample mean with population mean divided by sample standard deviation over square root of sample size. But for in a normal distribution, if our sample size is less than 30, in that case T value will be the difference of sample mean with population mean divided by standard deviation of sample over square root of sample size. Now we can say for one sample Z test and T test, we perform the one sample Z test when we want to compare a sample mean with the population mean, and we perform is one sample T test when we want to compare a sample mean with the population mean. The difference from the Z test is that we do not have the information on population variance here. We use the sample standard deviation instead of population standard deviation in this case. Now we will see how to decide between Z test and T test. First of all, we must ask the question what kind of test we want to perform. And if our answer is we want to compare the mean, it means we are going to perform Z test or T test. Now we will ask the next question, what is being compared? Is it a sample mean to a population mean? Then again ask, do we know population standard deviation or variance? If the answer is yes, go for Z-test. If the answer is no, only one standard deviation or variance is known, then go for one sample t-test. On the other hand, if you want to compare sample mean to another mean, and the next question is, are the sample independent or paired? If the samples are independent, we should go for independent sample t-test, and if they are paired, we must go for paired sample t-test. So my dear friend, in this video, we learn when we should use Z value and when we should use t value to find out the difference between the mean. In the next video, we will discuss t distribution in one sample. Till then, like and share this video, press the bell icon to subscribe my channel. Jai Hind, bye bye.